wrist, twisting like it's stir fry. Whip it in the kitchen, wrist, twisting like it's stir fry. Whip it in the kitchen, wrist, twisting like it's stir fry. Whip it in the kitchen, wrist, twisting like it's stir fry.
Welcome to the Beat 139. Welcome back, y'all. This is Doc.
Again, hey everybody, I'm KD Outlaw.
Don Vito in the building. How y'all doing this evening? We have a special guest in the building today. My man Ivo Philbert. What's up, Ivo? How you feeling?
What's up, baby? I'm good.
How's everything?
Welcome.
Ivo Philbert is the Vice President, External Relations and Special Projects for the Jackie Robinson Foundation, where he oversees projects both in Jackie Robinson Foundation Development Department and related to the Jackie Robinson Museum, and president of Ivo Consulting. How you doing, brother?
I'm good, brother. How are you today?
Everything good, man. Glad to have you at the show, man.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, we did a lot of little events prior to this,
Absolutely.
and it was only right that we got you on the show.
Yeah, it's only right.
I appreciate coming to be with
Thank you for
Only
coming.
right.
In the beginning, when we first started doing our community events, you were one of the first people that really pulled us in and let us do the Harlem Eat Up event, and we should want to give back and have you on the show, man.
It was great to have you guys there. That's what Harlem is about, right? Harlem's
Right.
about family.
Right.
So
Yes.
it was nice to have you guys there.
Yeah. So give us a little history on Ivo Philbert, man. A lot of people might not know who you are, where you came from, what you're all about, stuff like that.
So absolutely. This is just a young boy from the island of St. John, U.S. Virgin Islands. Big up VI Strong. And, my parents were hotel workers. Mother a maid in a hotel, and my dad an electrician. And they were like, you're going to college. So literally went to college, sort of was doing hotel management, kind of, and accounting stuff, and then fell into this work of working with young people.
Right.
And it's great to work with young people who look like me and you.
Yeah.
And to help them to realize their dreams. So
Right.
spent about 23 years with the Inroads organization, supported the Jackie Robinson Foundation for a number of years before being asked to come to work for them. So I've been there for about 3 years now.
Right.
Impressive.
Was the chief program officer, and now I head up external relations for them. And in between all of that, I have my consulting business where I work a lot with restaurants and bars and so forth around strategy, process, and people. And I do a lot of community engagement. So the Council Him Foundation, the Harlem Eat Up Foundation,
Right.
The USVI Alliance. So I try to give back and do a lot of community work because I think it's so needed in our community.
Right. That's
So
big, man.
wonderful.
Support is very big, especially in the African American community.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So how do you manage wearing so many hats? How does that work?
That's a question I've gotten a lot, and I tell people all the time, if I think about it, I probably won't do half the things I do. So I really don't think about it. I just get up and go.
Right.
And that whole thing about I'm tired, the whole 9 years, it's like, what, when I'm 6 feet under, I'll sleep.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
We just have to, I think we find excuses not to do things.
Absolutely.
And for me, it is about supporting my friends, my family, my people, my community, and making sure that I am one of those individuals who's not just talking about it, but
Right.
being about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's important. Like I said, be about it.
Absolutely.
That's very encouraging.
So how long you been involved with the Harlem Eat Up? 'Cause that was a fantastic event. Me and V went to, and we really enjoyed it. We talk about that all the time.
Well, it was great. I mean, I've been going to the event since it started, I think about 4 years ago now. I've been on the board of the foundation, the Harlem Eat Up Foundation, for the last almost 3 years, and then took over as sort of chair about a good 8 months ago.
Yeah.
And really, there's the Harlem Eat Up LLC, as we call it, which is the festival, and then there's the foundation, and we really focus on making a difference and helping organizations and individuals in the Harlem community to realize their dreams,
Right.
within the community.
That's the consulting
So
aspect
that's
of
the
it?
Harlem Eat Up Foundation.
Foundation.
Right.
You can get confused with a whole lot of things.
Yeah,
that I do.
because you do so many that it's hard to keep up.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's the Harlem Eat Up Foundation.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're all about making a difference and helping organizations in Harlem.
Okay.
So we raise money, we give back. One of the things that we did is for the Harlem Eat Up Foundation, we got one of our corporate partners to give us dollars so we can help seniors to sort of enjoy some of the activities. So we gave them tickets to one of the events that we paid for. We gave them transportation. They got a food voucher, that
Okay.
kind of stuff.
Right.
We did some work with the 100 Black Men and the Community Board 10, where we actually gave clothing to formerly incarcerated Black men who were going out to get jobs. So we try to do a lot of great things within the community.
Okay.
So can you explain the event, the one like in the Morningside to people who might not know?
Absolutely. So Marcus Samuelson, of course, our famous Harlem brother and the Carlos Foundation, felt as though Harlem, like everywhere else, could use a food festival. So it's a 2-day event in Morningside Park where they have a lot of the different restaurants from the Harlem community represented. So you get to do a tasting of the different foods. We have liquor vendors. It really is a food festival
Right.
that's here in Harlem, just like anywhere else. And there are these major food festivals.
That's
Yeah,
excellent.
it was a good time. We had a good time
We had a
there,
great
and
time.
I'm
a
sorry
lot
I
of nice
couldn't make
people.
it.
Yeah, we
Yeah, it
looking
was
for
great.
I know. I tried to make it that day. I was a little tardy for the
Me and
party.
V talk
but-
about that all the time. We really enjoyed that stuff, and we spoke to someone. Someone said that the planning, it takes so long. Like once y'all finish, y'all get right back to it for next year.
Well, yeah, they do all that. The LLC people do all
Yeah.
of that work, and they
Right.
really pull us in as the foundation to get the support and some of the benefits of what they do.
Right.
But no, they already started planning for next
Yeah,
year.
that's what they
in
said.
The next couple of years.
Because we spoke to them, they said, "Shit, we want to be planning soon when we finish this."
Absolutely.
I'm like, "Damn."
It's a huge undertaking.
Yeah.
Huge undertaking.
Okay.
Because y'all had Layla Ali this year.
Yep.
We
Huge
had
undertaking.
a few people.
So can you tell us more about IVO and the consulting part of that?
Sure. So IVO Consulting was started back in 2007, right? So I kind of left my job and decided, what am I going to do next? And in my roles with my jobs, I often helped individuals and even some corporations with some of their stuff. And I'm like, well, I'm a smart black man. I can do some of this. So I started my consulting business and really went into, and my focus was these small businesses and nonprofit organizations. And why is that? Is because I think so often those organizations that need that support the most are always concerned about the cost and can they get it done and how to do that. So what I try to do is go in and help them to think through challenges, help them to be a little more strategic in their decisions. And then I kind of fell into, because I have a love for restaurants, and I fell into sort of the restaurant space, managed, was a GM of a restaurant for some time, and that sort of opened up a lot more doors in terms of the kinds of clients that really started coming to me. And no matter what your business is, if you don't have customers coming through your door,
Right.
you will not be successful.
That's true.
Part of my expertise is the customer experience, right? How do you make sure you engage people in your business? So quite a few folks have come to me to talk about that, some of the issues they're having, and how do they get customers in the door. So really spending some time there. So I do that. I've done some training and people development work for NYU. I've done some, so I've done a lot of different things with a lot of different customers, and you can be a small customer or a large customer. I've facilitated stuff. I've helped people to create strategy plans. So it all depends.
So you help manifest the dreams and help them
Absolutely.
come to fruition.
Absolutely. It's when you're doing sort of the consulting thing and you're working for yourself, you do what you need to do to get it done. right?
Absolutely.
And sometimes you got to do some different things to get that check.
Okay, and how would some small business owners get in touch with you if they needed your consulting expertise?
IVOconsulting.com.
And that's it. That's all. All right. Can you tell us more about the Jackie Robinson Foundation?
Absolutely. The Jackie Robinson Foundation, started by Rachel Robinson in 1973 after Jackie died, and she wanted to really preserve his legacy and really what he stood for. And one of the things that people tend to not realize is while Jackie made his mark in baseball, and he sort of broke the color barrier in 1947, he and Rachel were really big on education and making sure that young black kids
Yeah.
went to college.
Right.
They were also very big on social justice issues.
Okay.
So Rachel Robinson started the foundation in 1973, and since then we've actually worked with over 1,500 alumni. Today we have 242 scholars,
Wow.
where we give up to $30,000 in scholarship dollars over 4 years to support them to and through college.
Absolutely.
And then certainly we also provide very deep dive hands-on training so they can be successful and self-actualize.
Right.
So they can major in anything they want to. They can go to any college they want to. It really is, we're helping young students to get through college. We have a 98% graduation rate.
Wow.
That's
amazing.
impressive. That's
98%
impressive.
Graduation
Yes.
rate. We've given about $85 million out in direct grants and support over the last, since 1973.
73.
Wow.
Okay.
It's
So we're doing a
amazing.
lot of interesting things to really make sure those students are performing. And we also know that we need to do more than just the 242 because there's so many students of color who need the support that we offer.
Yeah.
So we are launching our JERF Impact Program, which is our digital platform, to get to up to 10,000 more students over the next several years to
Right.
provide them with a lot of support that we provide to our scholars. We have the Jackie Robinson Museum that we are opening in 2019 on Canal and Varick downtown.
Okay.
Because again, we know when you think about what Jackie Robinson did, and we think about what we're going through today, we know we need a platform and a vehicle to help to facilitate those conversations.
Absolutely.
You know, so the Jackie Robinson Foundation will be critical in doing that. So we're doing a lot of interesting and wonderful things. One of the things that I'm excited about and proud about is with our undergraduate program, we have the Rachel Robinson International Fellowship, where scholars can get additional money to do service or study abroad. Well, we decided this year to inaugurate this year and moving forward, every freshman class will go on an excursion trip to Africa.
Wow.
So I just got back several weeks ago from Tanzania with 39 college students.
Wonderful.
And we were in a Maasai village, intense, learning about the culture.
Absolutely.
So
Wow,
that's
that's
what the
very
Jackie
impressive.
Robinson Foundation is all about.
That is
Wow,
amazing.
that's very
And what are the
impressive.
credentialing, or when do the applicants apply? Do they do it like in their senior year of high school in order to? Okay.
Senior year of high school, applications open November 1. They close February 1st. So there's a 4-month window to get your application in. We want to make sure people read the instructions, complete the application, in addition to the letter of recommendation, every aspect of it, because it is competitive.
Okay. One question. Say you are struggling in your sophomore year. Is it like, oh, it's too late to join the foundation because I didn't start in my freshman year? Because sometimes college students hit road barriers
Well, they
later
can only
on.
apply as high school senior.
Only.
Yeah, once you get in as a high school senior, you're with us for 4 years.
But I'm saying if you discover this wonderful foundation and you're
Once you're in
already,
college?
yeah.
Sorry.
Oh,
I know.
I know. Okay. No, I mean, I'm just asking because it sounds so good. It sometimes, knowledge is key, but sometimes we lack the information, and when we find out, we might have missed the qualifications early on. I didn't know if there were stipulations made.
I will tell you, one of the biggest challenges as I'm going around and doing a lot of this kind of stuff is many of our African American students don't know about the scholarships that are out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we are trying to do a better job of helping to get that information out. So I just got back from the Essence Festival.
Yes, in
where
New Orleans.
we were sharing people,
Right.
we have a scholarship, we're doing the so we want people to know.
Yeah. Mhm.
Right? I'm going to be at the Urban Leagues Conference, student conference in Columbus next weekend, talking about our scholarship.
Columbus what?
Columbus,
Ohio?
Ohio. Yeah. Because
Okay.
we want students to know money is out there
Right.
Right.
for you to go to college.
They have to find
If you go
it.
to the Jackie Robinson website, JackieRobinson.org, we have a section on there that's additional resources. So not just our scholarship information, but other scholarships that are out there. Because we want students out there to know that there's possibility for you to go to college.
Okay.
There's money for you to go to college.
Right.
And we're one of them.
And regardless of what they major in, you guys are there to kind of support them through the
Absolutely.
journey.
Yeah,
That is
our scholars
That's big.
major in 100 different majors. They go to they span the gamut in terms of schools, HBCUs, predominantly white institutions. So there's no cookie cutter in terms of what school or what major.
Right.
Okay. What are your inspirations? I see, it seems like you were driven, and I hear your background, where you come from, your parents encouraging you. But who inspires you, and what gives you the inspiration to serve your community this way?
Wow. There are so many people who inspire me every day. I will say the basis of my inspiration comes from my parents.
Okay.
And my mother, in particular.
Yes.
Again, my mother was a supervisor in a hotel, housekeeping. She was a maid,
Yeah.
and I'm not ashamed of that. I think, but her thing was like, you will go to college, you will do well, and they did what they needed to do to make sure that we
Make
got
sure,
an
exactly.
education. So when I think about that, and I think about what my parents went through, and so many other black parents went through to make sure their kids are okay, which is why for me it's important that we as black people get out there and vote. Right?
Absolutely.
Vote.
Definitely.
Our parents fought for that right.
Absolutely.
So we can have a better life.
Yeah.
We got to
Right.
do that. So it really, there are all these famous people out there that I can name who are inspirational. But when I think about my inspiration, it really it's the people who are in the local communities who are making a difference, who are giving back to community.
Exactly.
I would not be where I am today if it wasn't for the village that raised me.
Absolutely.
You know, when I grew up in the Virgin Islands, any one of the neighbors could cut my behind. Any one of the neighbors could take me under their wings and do whatever.
Yeah.
My parents are like, this is a community raising this child. So for me, that's important. When we are here in this Harlem community, we are all responsible. We are all our brothers and sisters keepers.
Absolutely.
So
And this
we gotta-
generation kind of lacks that. Or somewhere along the way, I think we've lost that community
Absolutely.
sense, and it leaves the children astray if mothers are working 2 jobs or however they're kind of falling by the wayside.
But we can't be afraid of engaging them. I think that's what some of us
Exactly.
have done.
That's
So
what
we're
I
not
think.
Yeah, because
afraid.
mothers
That is
always been
so-
working 2 jobs.
That is
We've
so
got to be able to
interesting.
have that conversation.
Right, yeah, yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah,
No, but it's worthy to say that somewhere along the way, we became afraid of our children. Essentially, we used to be able to step in, and now you'll see adults look at the floor and avoid it because
You're
they
right.
fear for. So how it's interesting. I think we have to find a way to kind of reconnect and kind of dominate them and say, "Hey, I'm the elder, and let me guide you." Because I think essentially they still desire that.
Absolutely.
They're all like the blind leading the blind sometimes.
But you know, the old school principles are the best principles.
Are the basis, but we have to figure out how to
But
get
if
it.
we
You gotta
have
do that.
patience and we show those students that we care.
Right.
Yeah.
So, for example, the Council Him Foundation,
Right.
right? One of the leaders, I helped to found it with Billy Council, and we are working with some young men at a, I'm going to call it a halfway house. They've gone through the system, and instead of going to prison, they're assigned to this home.
Yes.
We go in once a week, every Sunday, for an hour to do a mentoring session. We got to the first couple weeks, they didn't want to talk to us.
Yeah.
Right.
Why are you guys here? You know, we missed a Sunday for travel. We didn't think you guys were coming back. We don't want you there. And we were like, we're not going anywhere. We're going to continue to come back and have this conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
The last 2 Sundays, they've been engaged.
Right.
And you know what got them? One of the kids said, I tell you what, we're going to play y'all in spades. And if you win,
Oh, really?
we're going to, if we win, you guys got to buy us pizza.
Yeah.
We're going to meet them where they are. We played spades, and of course we won.
Oh, did you?
Of course.
Okay, now.
Come on now. And literally, they were so engaged. But we took it a step further, right? So I was at the Essence Festival this week. One of our other facilities was in L.A. We sent videos to the crew to show them, hey, we're not there, but we are there.
Right.
Right.
And what we're finding is they just want people to believe in them.
And dedication.
And dedication, that's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
And we can't be afraid of engaging and connecting and talking to our young brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's very important. And that's admirable. How do you I want to speak a little on your time management. You got extra time in the day. The rest of us get 24 and you get a couple of extra.
Well, you know, I kind of steal a couple of extra hours here and there. You know, that's when you go to bed at 1, 2 o'clock every morning. You get up early. You know, you just and you pay for it at some point.
Yeah.
But also, it is. I've had to learn that I can't always say yes.
Yes.
I had to learn that lesson.
Right.
And I had to prioritize what things were important to me. Okay? So I can be out with my friends all the time, and trust me, I have my share of that.
Yeah.
But when it comes to these kinds of things, they take priority
Right.
into all the other things that I'm doing.
Right.
And
And
then
self-preservation. Good balance. Good.
And
Let
then
me-
also you love what you're doing, so it's easy.
Oh, absolutely.
See, when you don't love what you're doing, like people go to work. Most people don't love their job. They just go because they have to pay the bills.
Here's my advice.
Because you saying you go to sleep 2 o'clock every night, then still have to wake up in the morning.
Absolutely.
The average person can't make it through a week doing that.
If you're going to work every day and you don't like your job, find a new job. Find
Absolutely.
something you like.
Yeah.
Life is too short to do something you don't like every day.
Yeah, it is.
Amen.
It is.
I struggle.
I agree with that 100%. I agree. I've been through that already.
I mean, we all go
Yeah,
through something
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
right?
been
We
through
all-
that. You gotta-
You know, but if you're going through that, you don't have a plan to get out of it, then you want to be in the same situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we need to apply to the Jackie Robinson Foundation for leadership. There's some of us that does that need guidance too. What
So
y'all got for-
I'm gonna throw something out there for you that you're probably not thinking about. But my man also is like the promoter for the Cove on Thursday. Let's talk about the Caribbean Thursday that be rocking every day at the Cove, man. Let's talk about that, man.
Absolutely. One of the other things that I do.
Absolutely.
Because there are many.
Yeah.
Part 2.
So I'm gonna go back to if you're not doing what you like to do, make a change.
Yeah.
but also all of us are made up of different things that we like.
Yes.
And we all don't have to do no one thing. You can do a number of things that you like.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, the Caribbean Night at Cove, I give all credit to Aaliyah Horsford. I give all credit to her.
Shout out.
She asked me about doing this event for about a year before I agreed to do it. She's like, look, Ivo, you know, you people will come, you do something. I want you to do this with me. And of course, I was going through that. I got this going on, I got that going on, I got this going on. And one day she came to me and she's like, well, we're going to do this or what? And I just said, you know what? Let's do it.
Right.
And literally, we just started doing it when I got two of the best DJs, DJ Mobetta and DJ 62 New York, two of the best Caribbean DJs in New York City. Every Thursday, 6 to 9 at the Cove Lounge, Caribbean Thursdays at Cove. And we're very strategic. It's an after-work event,
Okay.
6 to 11. You can come, you can party hard, you can have cocktails, and you can go home and still go to work the next day.
We love that.
So again, I give Aaliyah credit for that. The DJs really help us to bring the crowd. And what we try to make sure is when you come to Cove, you come and you have a good time. We don't want the crazy. We don't want all the nonsense. You're coming to have a good time. When you come there, the vibe is really. I mean, you've been there. You've been there.
Yeah.
You know,
I gotta get there.
We want it to be a good time when you walk in the door and when you walk out.
Right.
You know, so Thursday night at Cove, Caribbean night at Cove, 6 to 9 every Thursday.
How long you been doing this for? A year?
You know, so February, the second week of February, we celebrated our first year anniversary.
Oh wow.
So we've been doing this for a while now.
Wow, and every week you have a nice crowd.
Every week, 6 to 9.
See, that's good,
Yeah,
man.
and like this week, we're celebrating one of our DJ's birthday, DJ Mobetta. So we're going a little later than 11 o'clock this week.
Right.
Hold on, it's 6 to
That's-
9 or 6 to
I mean,
11?
6 to 11. You see, you got me
6 to
6
So
to
11.
that's
9.
so that's tomorrow at the Cove.
That's tomorrow, yeah.
Tomorrow night at the Cove.
I
and I'll
might
be
have to
there.
experience
and
that.
if you come, your first cocktail's on me.
Thank you.
Oh,
I don't drink, so I'm a.
That's okay. You can have
I'm a
juice.
cheap date. Yeah.
When people say that, I don't drink. You drink
Well, I
juice,
think when
you
most
drink
people say
water, you
cocktails, they think
No, you order whatever you
Top
want.
Shelf. I
You-
sure will.
Exactly.
Order whatever you want.
I need the best fruit punch y'all got.
Done.
I'll
Got
be
it.
there. Okay.
Now, Ivo, we appreciate having you on the show, my brother.
Listen, it is an honor to be here, brother. I appreciate you guys.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
We
very
definitely
much.
appreciate
coming,
that.
man.
Thank you for
know,
coming.
definitely-
We
And
got
so
to
much
talk about some
information.
things, too.
Yeah, we definitely
Yes.
gonna talk about
We-
some
yeah, we need
things.
to talk about some things, man.
Let's do
But
that.
it's good to have you.
And before you go, please just tell the people where they can look for you at. Round up all the 100 jobs you have and how they can find you to utilize your
Absolutely.
great
So, absolutely.
expertise.
So I'll start with the Jackie Robinson
Start
Foundation.
there.
JackieRobinson.org.
.org.
And of course, my picture's on there. You can contact us there. IVOconsulting.com. The Cove Lounge, Caribbean Thursday at Cove. My Instagram is Ivo Phil, IVOPHIL.
Okay.
So you can follow me on Instagram. I also do a food blog, which is Dining with Vo on Instagram.
Okay, there it is there. So thanks
And all the
for
others,
coming,
we got
buddy.
more.
So, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're
All right, thank you,
great.
bro. Thank you. I
Appreciate it.
appreciate
Okay,
it.
we about to go to commercial break. We got the Bad Cookie of Comedy coming up next.